Good morning. Welcome to my channel. Happy Friday. I hope you all have a wonderful day. I have a 3-day weekend. I'm hoping to take you all vlogging with me today. I'm planning on going to my favorite Indian restaurant for lunch, and then TJ Maxx, Ross, and Marshall's. I've heard that there's some Pat McGrath out there, a couple of new brands also that have come to these places. So we're gonna check those out here in Florida and see what's going on. I purchased 2 orders from Ulta recently. Both of those had gifts with purchase, and so I wanted to test those products as well as a couple of products that I've purchased and already used once, but I want to try them another time on camera today. So let's get started. I already filmed part of this and then my phone fell, so I'm going to kind of do a brief review of what I've done so far. The first item that I have tried is the Ulta lip oil. This has no scent. It's thin. Feels very nice on the lips. So I'll tell you more about this at the end if I remember. The second item that I received as a gift with my purchase is this CeraVe. This is a moisturizing cream. I use the night cream already. This is the day cream with SPF 30. I was very interested to see how this felt on the skin. So when I first put it on my fingers, it felt really creamy. And then when I put it on the skin, it did not feel thick. It did not feel smothering to my skin, but yeah, it feels moisturizing and nourishing. I think it's gonna go well under makeup. Very happy with that. The next thing that I tried are the 2 eye primers. This one I purchased. This is the matte eye primer. I put it on this eye right here. It doesn't say that it's tinted. It just says that it's a matte eye primer. It is light tan and it does provide a little bit of a tint. I think you can see that. I really like the way this went on. I like the way it applied. I like the way it feels now. The next one I received as a gift with purchase. This is the tinted eye primer in the shade Champagne. So this is what it looks like. It's just a tiny little sample. I applied it to this eye. It does not look near as smooth. The application wasn't as good. It dried down to a powdery finish. It is tinted. I so far like this one better, but we'll see. The real test is with the eyeshadows. So now we're up to date. Oh, one more thing. I tried the new, or not new, this is the Prada Candy perfume. I received this as a gift with purchase. I've never tried this before. I like a wide range of scents. I particularly love gourmand and florals and clean and fresh scents. This definitely smells like a luxurious, rich scent. So I applied this to my wrist, and so far I like it. I'm not good with describing scents. All I can tell you is that I like this, and I'll let you know if it causes a headache or any other problems, and I'll let you know as the day goes along how it kind of melds with my pH. The next product that I received as a gift is the Ulta Face Primer. So I wanted to apply this next. This has a kind of interesting top to it. I'm not sure if the regular size has this. So this is clear. I have a feeling this is going to be a stickier texture. Let me look at the description really quick. It is a poreless face primer. It smooths and refines pores. So yes, it is a gel-like consistency. It feels super amazing. It's not sticky like the e.l.f. primers, the watermelon, the mint, and then that new one, the newer one. It's not sticky like that at all. It feels like a gel and it feels super good. I don't have anything in my primer collection that feels like this. I'm very interested to know how my makeup is going to go on top of this. The next thing that I'm going to use is something that I purchased, and this is an e.l.f. color corrector. I have 3 peach color correctors, and I heard that the yellow kind of covers blue and brown and things like this. I wanted to try this and see what the consistency is like, and also see if I felt like this would be a good alternative to my peach color correctors, just depending on the day. So let's see how this blends in. I'm going to try to get you guys close so that you can see the difference. I don't know how well you can see this. For me, this feels brightening. I probably should have just not put that on so that you can see the difference. This is going on really, really nicely. I prefer the texture of this better than either one of the concealers, the creamy or the camo concealer. This is just a really good texture, and I feel like my under eye is just brighter. Let's apply on this eye. Again, I'm using my Angie and BK A506 concealer brush. It's in the shape of a kitten's paw, and I love it to apply my cream products under the eye. So I feel brighter, and I don't feel like it's really settling in, see, like wrinkles under my eyes. I feel like it's melding into my skin very well. So I'm truly happy with that. I'm going to try the NYX Bear With Me Blur concealer again. This is in the shade Vanilla. This concealer has been pretty polarizing. From what I remember last time, it goes on kind of, I guess I'm going to have to say, pasty. And it is definitely a matte. It's definitely full coverage. And we'll see how it goes on top of this primer. I'm applying this very liberally today because the last time I applied it very sparingly. And I was wondering if maybe I didn't apply enough. This is a little bit too light for my skin. I've heard people say that for them, the shades that they thought would be perfect are too light. This is a little bit too light for my skin. This doesn't spread as evenly as some of my other foundations that I've purchased recently. And I think the shade is a little light, and the matte finish is throwing me off a little bit. I'm trying to get up close so that I can see and so that you can see. I don't feel like this is doing me any favors. Let me put it that way. I feel like I'm getting gray coverage from it, but I don't feel like this is making my skin look more youthful or doing anything positive for my skin. And that's actually a negative thing. So I'm going to see how it wears today. It's supposed to be in the high 80s in Ocala today. And the reviewers that I've heard so far are really excited to use this in the summer. They have oily skin, and they're excited to use this when it gets hot. They feel like this is going to be flattering and long wearing. So I feel like I have a little bit of advantage maybe helping out with my review because it's going to be hot down here in Florida today. So I finally feel like I've got a decent blend on that. I still am not crazy about how my skin looks. We'll just have to give it some time. The Essence, the new one from Essence, when I put it on my skin initially, I don't like the way it looks. As it melds in like over 30 minutes though, I do. This is the new Essence concealer. I am trying this for the 3rd time today. 3 strikes and this one's out. The first time that I applied it was meh. The second time that I applied it, it was less meh. And as the day progressed, right here in the corners of my eyes, it completely wore off and it looked horribly cakey under my mature skin. So today I decided to try it with the e.l.f. color corrector instead of one of the peach color correctors. The consistency of the e.l.f. color corrector is different than the consistency of any of my 3 peach color correctors. So I try to try things different ways, different application techniques, and give them a really fair chance before I completely give them a no, because I want to be able to recommend the best products, particularly for mature skin. So I feel like the coverage is medium, and I am not thrilled with how it looks under my eyes. I feel like it is showing texture that's not even there. So I'm going to now set it with the Brighten Up powder from Essence. This is my second time using that. This is a yellow powder, so I was like, yellow color corrector, yellow powder, and I was thrilled with this the other day. So let's put this under the eyes again and set this concealer that's already, well, it's actually made my under eyes look better. So that's promising. This eye particularly is looking rough. I think this eye primer, the combination of that and just the concealer is not making this eye look the best. So there we go. For powder, I'm going to use a powder that I've used I think once or twice before, and this is the Essence Powder Foundation. And I'm going to use this very lightly with a large brush as a setting powder. So I'm going to swirl my BK103 in here and pat this along just to set this foundation. Just like that. Very thin layer of it. I feel like that gave me a little color. This is maybe a little bit darker, and I feel like it brought just a little bit of color back. Since it is a powder foundation, it'll add coverage, but I feel like also it helps the color a little bit, so happy with that. Next product that I'm going to try for the first time that I purchased is the e.l.f. Luminous Bronzer. This is the lightest shade. It is the coolest shade, which I prefer. My skin tone is cool. I'm going to swirl my e.l.f. Duo complexion brush around in here. Really good. Get a nice even product on here and pat up here. Again, this has gotten such mixed reviews, and I love this shade. It is nice and cool tone on me. Don't know if you can see that. I don't like orangey or yellow based bronzers at all on my skin. Can you see how almost rosy that looks? I went on the Bobbi Brown site yesterday because I was interested in ordering her new powder bronzer. It's the first bronzer of its kind. It is a rosy color. You could use it as a blush. And I was so excited about that because that is exactly what I'm looking for. But to get that, I can only get it from 2 sites. First of all, it's pretty pricey, but also unless I spend another 50 or 60 bucks, I have to pay for shipping, and I'm just not a channel that's equipped to do that yet. So if it comes to Sephora, or if she has an ad for free shipping, I'll probably pick that up to review. I'm super interested in that. We're just taking our time today. I'm not in a hurry. I just want to sit down and have fun and just enjoy being with you guys. So this is a leisurely video. If there's something you're not interested in, feel free to fast forward to the end. The next product is the new Essence Baked Blush in Rosy Rosewood. This is beautiful. Great pigment. Perfect color for my skin tone. Look at that pigment. I'm gonna put some up here in my temples too. Bring some over my nose. I like this thing now where people are kind of even putting it under their eyelid a little bit, kind of melding that in a little bit better. Look at that, you guys. This is like a high-end blush. And I think it's what, $7? You guys correct me if I'm wrong. And there's, is there 5 or 6 shades of this blush? It is joining the nude highlighter, which is an iconic product from Essence and probably my very favorite highlighter. Put some through the upper eyelids here. I put a lot of blush on so that you guys could really see the color. So now, so that I'm presentable for public, I'm going to tone it down just a little bit with my foundation brush. There. So pretty. Also new to me, this will be the second time I'm using this on camera, is the Catrice highlighter. My daughter keeps telling me to put my hand behind this so that you guys can see the tone better and bring it up closer. I'm trying to implement these suggestions. So you guys have been so helpful and I really appreciate it. I'm trying to get better. This is kind of a taupey rosy tone and it is a disco ball highlighter. So today I'm in the mood for a more subtle look. There are days that I want to glow from out of space, but today I'm going for more subtle. And this highlighter is not glittery. It doesn't even look glittery in the pan. It's just a beautiful glow. And the tone is cool toned, which again is really good for me. So we're done with complexion now. We're going to go to lips. And I purchased another Essence lip liner. I was so impressed with the other one, the creaminess of it. These say that they're 8-hour wear. I don't agree with that, but I don't care because I just expect that I'm gonna have to reapply. And this is one of those your lips but better for me. It is a pinky brown shade. It's a little more brown than the other one that I tried on the other day. I feel like the color range of these Essence lip liners is really good, especially for neutral lovers. You see how easy this is going on? No skipping. Super creamy. It's going over well over that lip oil. And I'm a big fan of these. I also got the new e.l.f. lipstick with the magnetic closure that's supposed to be an alternative for NARS. And this is in the shade Dirty Talk, which I think is the most popular shade because again, it's a nudie pink. Watch this. Look at that. It claims to go on in one swipe. I'm going to go with half a swipe because I didn't even have to put it on my upper lip, you guys. This is a hit right here. This is a really cool packaging. It feels really neat. As a gift, I received an Ulta lip gloss. This is called Velvet Mauve. I thought it would pair well with the lipstick. It's got a small doe foot. I'll put this up closer so hopefully you can see it. Here we go. It's passing the sticky test. It's not sticking my bottom lip to my upper lip. Feels good. Nice color. I'm having fun today. I don't know about y'all, but I'm having a great time. Another product, I'm sorry, my nose itches. Another product that I recently repurchased, but that I've had in my collection for a very long time is the e.l.f. Clear Brow Gel. I have this one and I have the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel, and they are, in my opinion, equally as good. So I'll just get those brows standing up a little bit. As a gift, I received 2 eyeshadow palettes with my purchase. Let me open this one up for you. This is the more neutral one. I will try the one with the green in it on another day as well. I've never tried Ulta eyeshadows before. Also, I received a small blending brush with this little divot here so that your fingers feel nice and snug in there. I just loved that little step. So let's just do something nice and simple today. We're gonna dip in and see what the Ulta eyeshadows can do. So let's put this a little bit higher up here from the upper crease to the brow bone. Just give us a little brightness out here. This is so close to my skin tone that it's not showing up very well on camera. And it's adding a super subtle, pretty highlight to my brow bone. I feel like for this darker color, I want to grab one of my thicker brushes because this is what I'm going to put in the crease. So I'm not getting any kickback. So let's see just how dark this is. This is going to be a really buildable formula. You're not going to get a whole lot of pigment right off the bat. But you can see it is darkening up. I'm playing some YouTube royalty-free music in the background. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. I'll have to find out how well it shows up when I play this back and see if I need to turn the volume up or down. Trying to make this experience really enjoyable for y'all. I know it's enjoyable for me. I feel like this is a perfect brown for me. I don't know if y'all can see, but where I put this other eye primer, can you see right there the creasing already? There's none over here. I'll show you again these two at the end so you'll know which one is good and which one might not work too good on mature lids. That went on really well, I thought. So we have a couple of very subtle shimmers now. This corally pink and this taupe. I just want to try my fingers and see how they feel. They don't feel creamy, but they don't feel hard either. So let's just see how this goes on with my finger. Very subtle, elegant, pretty. I feel like I'm getting the full pigment of that taupe shadow. It's a great little shadow to put next to the darker one to kind of transition into the middle of the lid and then into the inner lid. And it's a very, very subtle shimmer. Let's try now just using a flat brush and seeing what happens when I put it on with a flat brush. I'm doing this scientific experiment. Yeah, I'm getting a little extra payoff with the flat brush, I feel. I feel like whichever you prefer is going to be a fine way to apply this eyeshadow. Let's go now to this pinky corally shade here on the inner portion. Ah, can y'all see that? So feminine. Very subtle, but just very pretty. So my first time using the Ulta eyeshadow quads, and I like them. To the bane of my existence. No, let's put that off for a minute. I purchased the Wet n Wild. This is the breakup proof liquid liner in the skinny version. Steph with Steph's Beauty Stash uses the regular one, but she purchased this as well. I feel like this would be really good for a beginner like me. So I'm going to apply this. I don't know how well you can see that, but it didn't apply well for me at all. It smudged on the lower lid and it's skipping everywhere for me. She's, I think 12 years younger than me. This one's doing a little bit better so far. I personally think this is user application error. Oh yeah, this is definitely me. Oh, this is terrible, you guys. Don't know how well you can see that, but I simply can't leave the house looking like that. So I'm going to get a dark shade. I'm wearing blue. So I'm going to get a dark shade out of my e.l.f. Bite Size palette and use my angled brush here. And we're going to put eyeshadow over this and even out these lines. And I'll keep practicing and y'all can just keep seeing me improve my technique and getting better and better. This is only my third time applying a liquid eyeshadow in my life. Today my goal is to get a handheld mirror so that I can hold the mirror closer to me. Right now I am looking in my vanity and I'm still pretty far away from my vanity. I think if I can get closer up, I can apply this much more accurately. So if you are a novice like I am and you apply your liquid eyeliner and it looks like dotted lines instead of the way an eyeliner should look, have no fear. Grab a dark shadow from any palette, take an angled brush, and you can cover that mistake. Now, the dreaded brows. I need a paper towel. I'm having a hot flash due to the liquid eyeliner application. I purchased another brow product. My brow journey continues. So this is the lightest Ulta Slim Brow Pencil. Let's see how this applies over my now sweaty face. All right. It's hanging in there, you guys. Do you see that? I'm very pleased. Okay. I really like the tone of this. I don't like warm eyebrow pencils. My hair is more ashy, cool blonde. So I prefer a taupier, cooler pencil, which this is. It has a spoolie on one end and the brow pencil on the other end. Yeah, doing good, you guys. I've told you about my woes with the Oma brow pencil. This side is the actual pencil and it just doesn't work. I just dig into my skin and I don't get any pigment. This side is the little tinted brow mascara, it works well. So since I'm doing good with the Ulta pencil so far, I think I can use that and then this mascara as a brow combo. So I'm getting some options together, definitely. All right, not my best brow day because of the sweating, but it's as good as it gets. I could not hold off, I could not resist. I had to go ahead and try this Maybelline Sky High. I have several mascaras open and I had one Essence Lash Princess that was dried up, so I decided to declutter it. So this wand is bendable. It's a long wand. It's not a super fluffy wand. And people tend to either love this or hate it. So I'm gonna try it today. I do use the Grande Lash Serum, and I wouldn't say my lashes are the longest. But they're not short little stubby things. I keep telling myself you cannot judge a mascara after using it just one time. There are only a handful of mascaras that I've fallen in love with instantly. And I'm not overly impressed so far. I'm not hating it. I'm not disliking it. But I don't feel like it's revolutionary. Can you see? Let's put a second coat on. I'm not going to put anything on the bottom lashes today. Very rarely do I do that. Most of the time I do put mascara on my bottom lashes. I'm not in the mood today. My under eyes already don't look that great. What I am going to do is go into my eyeshadow palette and use this color right here with a tiny brush and put that right under here. All right, I'm not going to use any setting spray today. Just going to leave it like this. Get ready to enjoy my Indian cuisine. I like the chicken curry, the dal soup, and the naan bread. And I also love to get a nice mango lassi. So that's my perfect Friday, is just to spend some time by myself. Just do some things that I enjoy and go somewhere that I like to eat that maybe my husband doesn't enjoy. And so that's what I'm going to do, and I hope that I can take you along with me. And I'll give you an update on how all of this is wearing. I tried so many new products. I've got a lot to update y'all on, but it's not the best look I've ever done. It's also not horrible. So I'll stay in touch with you. Thank you so much if you've watched this to the end. This was just a chill video. Hope you got your coffee and just were able to just sit and just be entertained and chill with me. And if you have any suggestions, as always, please leave them in the comment section. I want to get better and better. This is for you, and I want you to enjoy it. So whatever I can do to improve. Also, if there's any topics or anything that you would like for me to cover, please let me know that so that I can incorporate that into some of my videos. All right. Oh, one more thing I wanted to add. If you see in the background, that picture right there of the little piggy with the sunflowers, my daughter drew that for me. And I got that as a gift. And she's so artistic and so brilliant and so talented. And I wanted to put it in the background of my little temporary YouTube studio. So I just wanted to just thank her so much for just being her and for giving me that gift. All right. Y'all have a great day. Take care.